Hey you guys, it's Britt. Tonight we are here with a Gypsy Rose Blanchard update. For some godforsaken reason, this woman was invited to speak at San Francisco State University. Lots of people are very, very upset about this, rightfully so, but we're going to go over it. And yeah, this is one of two updates. I've got something else coming for y'all, but I felt like this needed immediate attention because I'm getting so many messages about it. Did you see this? How do you think? How do you feel? Blah, blah, blah. So here I am. We're going to talk about it. If you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so I saw a few days ago that there were photos of Ken and Gypsy in San Francisco doing a very awkward photo op where Ken's body language really gives him away. It gives away his, like, the distance that he puts between him and Gypsy. And this is supposed to be literally the woman that is carrying your child, and you're kind of taking photos with her as if she is, you know, your little nephew that you see every Thanksgiving and you're forced to take a photo with. It's very awkward. But either way, I said, okay, well, you know, they're in San Francisco. You know, she has been allowed to travel much, much more than anyone else would be if they're on, you know, out on parole. She has been given that. She has been given a massive amount of freedom to go places because, don't forget, she is an influencer, she is an author, and she is a just best thing since sliced bread to a lot of the Delulu people that follow her. This is why they took those photos and were in San Francisco. She shared Q&A at San Francisco State University. Thank you to San Francisco State University for allowing me the opportunity to share my thoughts on prison reform, education, and advocating for positive change in the justice system. So this post that was shared over on Instagram shares a little bit of info about what's going on with this event. It says, join AS Project Rebound and the Art Gallery for our 7th annual Project Rebound mural celebration on October 10th at San Francisco State University's Cesar Chavez Student Center, Jack Adams Hall. This year's theme, Love, Expression, and Interpretations of Justice, features perspectives from guests who are currently or have been formerly incarcerated. Experience the student-curated art exhibit, Our Love is Stronger Than Their Walls. And then it goes into, the event will conclude with a conversation led by Gypsy Rose Blanchard Anderson. I find that hilarious. I'm sure she didn't like to see, hey girl, the divorce ain't final yet. And this is a reminder. Starting at 3 p.m. We can't wait to see you there. Please RSVP, whatever. This little gremlin went up there and acted as if she was a celebrity. She was taking photos. She was signing stuff that people were handing her. She was waving at people in the crowd as if, oh, hello, peasants. I know that you came here to listen to my nonsensical circus, which is currently on tour and seems to never take a break. Shame on San Francisco State University for allowing this to happen. They are hearing it from people that are upset in comment sections, and I'm sure that they're hearing from a lot of their own students who chose to not attend this because Gypsy was there. And what a dark shadow this casts on this school. Y'all looked really stupid doing this, and I hope that their student body really speaks loudly and tells them how frustrating this is to give Gypsy Rose, literally give her a stage. Now, the post that she put on her TikTok says that she would be talking about, this is so rich, the thin line between victim and victimizer. So let's all remember, let's take a quick history lesson and remember why Gypsy Rose went to prison. She went to prison because she was a bratty grown woman that did not get to do what she wanted to do. So she enlisted Nicholas Godejohn, who deserved so much more out of life. Literally autistic, literally on, getting disability money. He was in very bad shape, and Gypsy Rose decided to use that to her advantage. She literally manipulated and coerced him into, well, if you want to be with me, mom's got to go. And she threatened him and manipulated and used anxiety and negative emotions as a way to make sure the deed was done. It is all out there. If y'all haven't seen the videos that Becca Scoops has done, please take a look at those. If you're somebody who you're not really sure why people truly despise Gypsy, especially when talking about how she handled Nick, please go watch those videos, because it is so very clear that she is a master manipulative monster. And this is why things like this enrage people, to see her sitting on this stage being a public speaker, and we're going to talk about victim and victimization. If you want to talk about prison reform and victims and victimization, let's focus on Nicholas Godejohn, literally, who's like probably going to spend his entire life in prison because of what Gypsy wanted, what Gypsy did, what Gypsy planned, and what Gypsy orchestrated. You can't talk about, I don't want to hear about Gypsy Rose as a victim if you're going to say that Nicholas Godejohn is not a victim, because that is just simply untrue. Someone on this TikTok said, where are the negative comments? Because it literally, there are no negative comments on her TikTok. Gypsy responded, I have comment care mode on, so no one can cyberbully me. So her definition of cyberbullying is people saying, this is trash. You don't deserve to be on that platform. Cyberbullying is not leaving her pink heart emojis. Cyberbullying is anything that is against Gypsy. I am so sick and tired of the word bullying and cyberbullying being thrown around. As soon as someone is not literally feeding your ego and giving you a round of applause, you're being bullied. I am so tired of that. The last thing I want to cover is that in this discussion, as if she is, qualified to even discuss anything, the Menendez brothers were mentioned. And I have a video coming on them. I had a little bit of a hectic week. It is still in the works, but I want to make sure that it is delivered with care. And so just allow me a little extra time. I'm looking into a couple more things before I deliver that video. But the Menendez brothers case was mentioned to Gypsy during this meeting or whatever it was. She responded, Monsters was heartbreaking because unfortunately a lot of people seem to think they know what happened and the events that took place by watching a TV show she began. And it was over-dramatized. They got things incorrect. So to say people should base their knowledge of a case on a dramatization is very inaccurate. That's not the way to go about it, she added. I stress documentaries that do a deep dive into the case or someone's real life. Real research is the best beyond anything that you can find. After voicing her thoughts, the crowd erupted in applause, praising the ex-convict for her candid response. Now, to be really frank, I haven't seen that. I got rid of my Netflix 2 years ago. Without having watched Monsters, the one thing I can say is going off of, if we're going to make a comparison as to number one, why are you even asking Gypsy? Gypsy Rose should not be sitting on a stage with a microphone if the Menendez brothers are still in prison. I hate that we're living in a world where that is exactly what's happening. Have y'all seen Monsters? I have seen people say how wrong it was, and I believe, if that's the general takeaway that so many people had, then they're obviously saying that for a reason. I have not watched it myself. But if we are focusing on the facts say that Gypsy Rose should not be respected. Let's circle this back to Gypsy. Let's focus on the facts, and let's focus on not your fairy tale scripted, everything was so horrible recollection. And let's actually focus on what was going on with a 23-year-old adult woman who wasn't getting her way, so she manipulated Nick to unalive her mother. Stop treating Gypsy Rose like she was an infant or a toddler or a child the entire time, because in fact, she was a 23-year-old grown woman who was savvy enough to jump on the internet and figure out how to conceal the smell of decomp and play all these different characters and be very inappropriate with multiple other adult men. Everything's out there, but that's where I say it's on y'all to do the research. I will share my opinions, as often as possible, but there's a lot out there about Gypsy, and it's very black and white. It's very easy to see exactly what happened, and so either way, that's it for today. If you like the video, please leave a like and a comment, and if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.